Yeah, yeah, yeah. All praise to the Most High. All the vibes. Yo, yo. Gotta move in the spirit. 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 Yeah, yeah. The devil want all of me. Yes, I know that them demons be calling me, but I'm keeping my faith in the Most High God. I gotta stick to his policies, laws and commandments, rehearsing, cause I cannot stand to be hurting. Yeah, how was they teaching us all of these lessons? Yeah, that was his plan with the curses. That's facts. Now it's time to stay bold in the truth. He gave me the vision, I go to the booth. I move with precision, I stick to the mission. My people don't see it, we show them the proof. Written in Deuteronomy. Look at the way that we live and fulfilling the prophecy. We just been down bad, it's a lot to see. Pray that I'm saving souls when they talk to me, yeah, yeah. I can't let this flesh get control of me. It's gonna block the blessings he's been showing me. I stay in the scriptures and move in the spirit. And I pray that you feel it, yeah. Gotta move in the spirit. Gotta move in the spirit. I pray that you feel it. Gotta move in the spirit. 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 Okay, okay. Whole world going crazy. Can't be caught slipping, I be getting these scripts for safety. I'm protected from evil, as long as I'm keeping commandments, I know he looks out for me. Gotta wake up the people, show them the signs in the scriptures, cause that's what they about to see. Last days, put my faith in the Most High, read the Bible from the front to the back page, I cannot backtrace. It's a marathon, gotta keep my feet on the move, making sure I ain't coming in last place. Gotta move with a purpose, bringing Jacob to the truth, cause it's urgent. We don't got long, so it's time to get it right now. Demons want smoke, better know it's on sight now. I can't let this flesh get control of me. It's gonna block the blessings he's been showing me. I stay in the scriptures and move in the spirit. And I pray that you feel it. Yeah, gotta move in the spirit. 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 Gotta move in the spirit.
I was lost, but these laws helped me find my people. And now we meet up every year for Feast of Tales. All praise to the Most High.
I found a way to dwell with my brothers and my sisters. Glory to y'all. I found what was missing, all of the scriptures.
Used to be MIA. I followed the wind and linked up with my brethren. Forget about the past, follow the cloud that's in front of me and read the blessings. I found a way. 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 I found a way.
I got gotta keep his commandments. Daughter of Yah, I won't stop. This is how he planned it. Worldly friends had to chop him off. Abba, keep me from the simple. Your words preserving my mental. This was never coincidental. This was never coincidental.
Had to link up on my soldiers is working in coda. Got scripts in my holster. That means I got 80. If you playing crazy, the rain gon' come like times of Noah. Our people search the ends of the earth of his wisdom, but you gon' find Yah in the works. My niggas stay patient, you gon' find what you looking for if you put in them first.
Brother, sister, polishing our image, gotta keep it kosher. Early morning buzz of the scriptures, like we brunching, sipping on mimosa. Can't forsake my king, prophecy, gotta be fulfilled. Book is up for now. Tryna dodge the sin, gotta kneel the iniquity, escape all the fire.
I found a way, 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 I found a way,
I found a way to dwell with my brothers and my sisters. Glory to Yah. I found what was missing, now I live the scriptures.
Used to be MIA, I followed the wind and linked up on my brethren. Forget about the past, follow the cloud that's in front of me and read the blessings.
Khan. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We back at it with another Wednesday Wisdom family, right? We got the tree behind us, right? You know, beautiful backgrounds, man. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Today we're going to go into who are you to judge, right? We get that question a lot, right? The people tell us only God could judge me, right? Using that Tupac line. That's not a precept, by the way. Right. So we're gonna dive deep into that. We're gonna talk about how you should be judging, right? And then we can also go into the Most High's judgment, right? Because we know that the Most High doesn't have respected persons, right? Shalom, Jamal Fleming, man. Good to see you, family. And Shalom, brother Don Israel, man. Faithfully on the line, man. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. My name is Captain Nathaniel Allah. And to the right of me,
Officer Asher.
Right, and we're here to bring you that Wednesday wisdom, man. Right, and what's wisdom? Right, Officer Asher went into it last week. Right, wisdom is the proper application of knowledge. Right, so once you gain that knowledge, there's a way how to use it. Right, you can't give a baby a tool without showing them how to use it. Right, if you give a baby a wrench and just give it to him, he probably start chewing on it. Right? You know, he ain't gonna start using it to create things and structure things. Right. Oh, Con. Right. You got to change that name there, family. Right. I only know the Hebrew, brother. I don't know. I don't know the I don't know the government name or the slave names, man. I just know the Hebrew.
Right.
But it's good to see you, family, man. Definitely been sending up some prayers for you, family. Good to see you, King. Right. So let's get the book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 17.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Outer One, Yahushua. Give thanks to the Outer One and the Father by him.
Right. So everything we do in word or deed, we're going to do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, right? And including judging, right? So first I'm going to bring up the definition of judging, right? Because, you know, when we at camp, people say, you can't judge me, right? Let's see. To be a judge. Okay. So judge in the regular dictionary says to form an opinion or conclusion about, to decide in a case in court, give a verdict on someone in court, right? And then there's different synonyms: try, hear, sit in judgment on, adjudicate, decide, conclude, determine, right? Wait, hold on. I wasn't even showing that to everybody. Give me 1 second. All right. So I'm reading just from typing it in the Google, right? You know, the Google gods that people love to look into, right? But it says judge, to form an opinion or conclusion about, right? And now I'm going to go into the blue letter. If you had something, actually bring it up. Because the first precept we're going to go to is John 7:24. You can bring that up.
Con.
John 7:24.
God. This is the book of John, chapter 7, and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
Right? And Shalom, my beloved sister El Issachar. I don't know if I said Shalom, but Shalom family. All right. To separate, put asunder, to pick out, select, or choose, right? That's the definition of judge in John 7:24.
Strong's G 2919. Crino.
All right. To approve, esteem, to prefer, to be of opinion, deem, think, to be opinion, to be of opinion, to determine, resolve, decree, to judge, to pronounce an opinion concerning right and wrong. Right? So I think that people, when they bring up judging or judgment or you can't judge, I don't think they really understand what they're saying when they say that. Right? They don't understand the nitty-gritty of what's going on. I think they're just rehearsing the same rhetoric they've heard from someone else. Right? Hold on, my stuff is frozen. Give me 1 second, family. Okay, 1 second. Come, you go ahead, family. You had something. Wow, this thing is freezing up right now. Give me 1 second.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh man, I think I might have to exit out and come back.
Really? It froze up that bad?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
But yeah, so Khan, you know, the world likes to believe, that we aren't allowed to judge. But like, here's the one thing that runs through my head, right? You know, the question that I propose to a lot of people that believe that we shouldn't, be judging one another is that if we're not supposed to be judging each other, why are people still going to jail in prison? Why is there a judge judging a matter whenever somebody does a criminal act, if that's the case? Usually when we propose those questions, a lot of people get stumbled up. A lot of people get confused. Oh, they can't really get the right words out. They get confounded. You know, when you ask them, so if we're not supposed to be judging, why is there a judge? Why are people going to prison doing 16-year sentences, doing 15 years, doing 3, doing a community service, serving life in prison? But we're not supposed to be judging? But the society can judge? That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make no sense. Because if we don't judge, there would be chaos. If we don't rebuke or make a valued opinion on our people and say, you know, brother, that wasn't the right move you made. You made a mistake. Then we wouldn't be doing our job. I got a precept for that. Salah, forgive me. 1 Corinthians 6:2.
All right. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2. I'll start at verse 1. Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust, the saints?
Read that over one more time to the top. Salah.
Come on. Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints? Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
The what?
Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Mm-hmm.
And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Right. So this is powerful. Like, this is powerful. Dare any of you having a matter against another, and you could go to America, you could go to this society's judicial system, which is the unjust, because we have seen that they have done unjustly unto our people. They have been given they've wrongfully convicted a lot of brothers that's been serving time. You could quickly go to the unjust, but you quick to condemn the saints to judge a matter, to give the righteous judgment, to give the proper rebuke and correction that's needed for a brother to correct his ways or a sister to correct their ways. We're wrong for that.
Con, let me get.
Go ahead. I was going to say, do you not know that the saints shall judge the world? That we going to be judging the world? But who is the saints according to the scriptures? Who is the saints? I want to get I want one of the family to get a precept for that. Who is this? Who is the saints according to the Bible?
Oh man, let's see a precept for that, family.
Right. I want to get the family engaged. I want them to interact with us.
So while they get that, I'm gonna read verse 3. Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?
Right.
If then ye have judgments of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church.
Right.
So it's like we're gonna be judging the angels that you read about in scriptures.
Right.
Right. And it's crazy. It says that are you not unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Right? Because what's the point of reading about the law and what the law tells you to do if you're not, once you correct yourself with the law, not to correct your brothers with the law as well? Like, what's the point of reading it if you're not supposed to judge from it? Right? If someone comes to you with a problem, right? I think the problem is when someone tells you they don't want to be judged or don't judge me, they'll come with I think they're really saying, don't tell me what to do, right?
Right.
Don't tell me on my wrongs because you're wrong too. Right. But let me get Matthew 7:1 for that, actually. Right. And the brother NY Care, I haven't seen you before, family. Good to see you. Right. Good to see you. Right. Got the fresh motorcycle. Right. If any man serve me, let him follow me. And where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor. All right.
Close, but not the right precept that I'm looking for. There's a certain precept I'm looking for. Who is the saints in First Corinthians 6:2?
Like
if nobody can get it, I'll get it right now. I have one precept. Con, look, right at the nick of time. Look, the Most High is perfect.
Con, and we'll add one more to that too. He also, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel. A people dear to him.
Con, that's the precept I'm looking for.
Praise ye the Lord. Come on. Let me get Psalms 50:2. Psalms 50:2. That's another precept for you guys. So write down if you don't have it. Psalms 50:5. I said Psalm 50:2. So
this is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, and verse 5. So all right, come on. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, and verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
So it says, gather my saints together unto me, right? So it says the saints in there. Then it says those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, right? And who was the only people that made a covenant with Yahweh? Through Yahushai? I mean, with Yahweh went through Moses, actually, because Moses gave the covenant to them. right?
Right.
It was the Israelites, right? So that's another precept for the saints, right? So let's get let me get Matthew 7 and verse 1. Matthew 7 and verse 1. Right? And I know people have the worldly proverb is called teamwork make the dream work, right? So we all make each other better.
Right.
Right? We all make each other better, right? The Saints is like the best NBA team in your mind that you could think of.
Right.
And we all got to work together and sharpen that iron, as the scriptures say, paraphrasing. Right? Iron sharpening that iron. And this is one of the aspects that we gotta do to be able to get ourselves better, right? Because how are you gonna be able to, you can examine yourself, but you're gonna also need someone to examine the things that you can't see, right? Some people need to watch your movie actually and see certain things within your movie that needs to be fixed, right? In righteousness, of course, right? And Brother Don Israel brought up the patience of the saints, right? Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Mashiach, right?
I got it.
Khan, bringing up some beautiful precepts, right? And
I got it.
Behold my servant whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. I will put my spirit upon him, and he shall show judgment to the Gentiles, right? And that's what we do when we go out there to the highways and byways. We show the Gentiles their judgment, right?
Can I got that Matthew 7 and 1.
Khan, go ahead.
Khan, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 1. Judge not that ye be not judged.
Right. So look at this right here. This is a Christian precept 101. Don't judge me. Judge not that ye be not judged. Right? Judge not. They actually just say the first two words. Judge not, and then leave it at that. Right? Keep reading.
For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged.
Mm-hmm.
And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again.
Okay, so what does that mean? It says, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. Right? Because a judgment and judging are two different things. A judgment is the final answer to the problem. Judging is actually giving advice. Right? That's how I look at someone when they judge a matter. They give an advice to the matter. Right? But the judgment is the final say-so of that matter. Right? So if I see somebody going off and I give them advice on something, right, I have to make sure I'm correcting myself before I give that advice. Right? If I'm someone that's breaking the Sabbath day and I turn around and I tell Asher, you need to keep the Sabbath day, I'm going off because I'm breaking the Sabbath day. Right? That doesn't make any sense. You can't be a teacher of something if you're not exuding that yourself. Right? It's just like in a classroom, right? If you have your calculus professor, right? He's actually an archaeologist, but he comes in there and tries to teach you calculus, right? It wouldn't make any sense. Right?
Backwards.
Right? So
you have
to understand, right? Yeah, see, NY Kara said, he said, Christians love speaking that nonsense garbage all the time. It's hilarious. Yep, for real. They love speaking that, but they don't know what they're saying.
Right.
They're pretty much telling you, do not give them no advice from the scriptures. Right? Don't tell me anything, but they will take advice from their friend to tell them something in wickedness. Right? So they don't understand when they're saying these things, right? Because when they're it's just regurgitated from someone that they know or something they've heard before. Right? Because it all goes back to the laws being done away with. That's the umbrella. And under that umbrella is not judging and all these different things. Right? So let's read verse 2 again.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
For with that judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. For with what judgment ye judged, ye shall be judged.
Mm-hmm.
And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again.
Right? So the type of judgment you're giving, right? So like if someone's messing up and you tell them you're on 6 months probation, you finished, right? When that happens to you again, you should be getting 6 month probation. You finished, right? Read verse 3.
Con. Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?
Right.
Or
So
how?
this is explaining what the Pharisees were doing when Christ was speaking to them. He told them these things because they were judging people. They were judging people incorrectly. It says, "Why beholdest the mote in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?" Right? Just like I was speaking to before. Right? How are you correcting somebody on something if you're not applying it yourself? Right? So go to verse 4.
Mhm. Verse 4. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye?
Right? So you telling your brother, let me help you with that situation. Right? The brother got the mote in his eye. He could barely see. Right? Because of that mote. And you trying to help him with that situation, but you got a whole beam in your eye you can't see at all.
Right.
Right? So you have to actually see clearly on a certain situation before you can actually help somebody else see clearly on a certain situation. Right? So go ahead and read verse 5, and Yahushua is explaining everything here right now. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
Mm-hmm.
Give not that which is holy unto the dogs.
Listen on that, right? So basically saying you can't judge situations until you correct yourself on that as well. So you can't go into the law with somebody. If you're telling somebody not to eat pork and you're eating a ham sandwich every day, right? You going off, right? So that's pretty much the whole context behind judging somebody, right? You're giving advice to their person, right? Because you corrected yourself with it. You corrected the struggle that you went through with it, right? Do not give advice to somebody on something that you're struggling with yourself. And that's in anything, right? Right? So the law especially, but in other aspects as well, right? Just hold your tongue if you don't have the right if you're not sound in that thing, just hold your tongue, man. Right? Right? You had something, officer?
Allah.
Okay, calm. So let me get Matthew chapter 12 and verse 36. All right, and I hope that made sense for everybody. Right?
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Right. So everything you do will be accounted for in that day of judgment. Right. So you got to understand when you're judging situations, don't forget that you can be in that same situation yourself. Right. When you're giving judgment to something, just remember that you can be in that same situation yourself. So how would you deal with yourself? Okay. How would you deal with yourself if you're giving judgment to something, right? When you're giving that judgment, you have to understand that how would you deal with yourself if you were in that person's shoes before you gave that judgment? Would you show that person mercy? Right? Would you show yourself mercy? Right? Before actually going through with that judgment, right? You got to look at everything in a whole 360 when you're looking at a problem, like such as problems in your life as well, problems with somebody else, right? How you're dealing with somebody, would you want to be dealt with that same way? Right? So let me get so that's pretty much a short explanation on you as a counselor or somebody that's trying to teach the word to somebody, right? That's a short summary of how you should be doing it. Make sure you perfect the things that you need to perfect first before you actually help somebody else with their problem in the same situation, right? So that's judging, right? Because I tell people all the time, I can only advise you. It's up to the Most High to pour out His Spirit onto you to give you that increase. I can only advise you and give you the advice, right? I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
Right.
Right? I can
Right.
only give you the advice. You take it, and you do what you want to do with it, right? At the end of the day, right? You could take that advice and do what you want to do and be all messed up, or you can take that advice and apply it and get to the same level that your brothers and sisters are on spiritually, right? And Shalom, sister Yeshaya, good to see you. Hopefully we see you again at the Shabbat, most high willing, right? And the brother NY Care brought out a precept. Show that real quick. For do I now persuade men or the Most High? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Yahushua. Right? Beautiful precept, family. Okay, so let's go into the Most High's judgment. Right? Let's go into the Most High's judgment now. Because, there's a lot of crazy things going on the earth, whether it be in your personal life itself, right? Somebody that you know, right? In all aspects of the world right now, there's a lot of craziness going on. Things that we can't see and the things that we do see, all right? And all these things are definitely calculated. There's nothing that the Most High doesn't know about, right? So we're going to go into the Most High's judgment on certain things, right? And it may be things that you may have done before this life, right? Or maybe things you may have done in this life, right? Because the Most High can forgive you on things and give you that clean slate, or he can forgive you and actually put you through that fire, right? There's so many aspects, man, right? And I'm bringing up a lot of precepts, but I'm just saying it plainly right now, right? You had some, officer?
I did, but it slipped in my mind. It's a precept that I'm looking for. Because I wanted to pull a precept concerning how a brother was getting wanted mercy for getting judged, but then when he was given the mercy and he had to judge somebody on a certain matter, he wasn't merciful towards that person.
It's Yahushua's parable. I got you.
Con. That's what I wanted to get. Because that brother wasn't dealing righteously with that. He was when he was on the stand, when he was on the stand about to get judged, he was begging for mercy, and he was given mercy. But then a brother owed him money, and he dealt with the brother harshly. And he didn't want to give him that mercy that he was supposed to be give onto him. He judged the matter without taking the beam out of his own eye, if you will.
That's Matthew 18:32. I'll read it for you.
Matthew
18:32. And Shalom, Roland. Good to see you, family. Shalom, family. Good to see you. That name looks familiar. I know you told me your name. What's your Hebrew name? Roland sounds so familiar. I know I always see your name on the live too, family. Good to see you, King. Roland Duze. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Duze. Okay. So Matthew 18 and verse 32. I can start at verse 23.
Yeah, 23.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 23. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. Right? And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents.
Right. So this brother owed some money, man. He was in debt. And it had to be, and he was, and the king, a certain king was looking for, was trying to get that money back.
Right. So check this out. I know y'all read this precept before. I know y'all have heard of this parable before. So
right.
I hope y'all look at it this way, though. Those 10,000 talents is the sin.
Right.
Right. So Yahweh, and he's speaking to, and he's, of course, you're being forgiven by Yahushua, that Lord. Right. Just remember that now. Right. So put yourself in his shoes, and put yourself in that servant's shoes that owes that 10,000 talents right now.
Right.
As we read this, right? I don't know if y'all ever looked at it in that way, but I'm trying to give y'all a better understanding of the parable, right? So I'm gonna read it again. Verse 24. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents.
Mm-hmm.
But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of the servant, go ahead.
So pretty much what this quote unquote servant was looking for was mercy. He was looking for mercy from that judgment. But read on. Let's see what he's going to do. Read on.
All right. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosed him and forgave him the debt. Right. So the Lord forgave him that sin.
Right.
Verse 28. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servant. Right. So you as a brother or a sister, you went out there and you seen another brother or sister.
Right.
Which owed him 100 pence. So someone trespassed against you and owed you a lot, was going against you on many folds, 100 pence. Right. And he laid hands on him, and you fought that person because of what he owed.
Right. You got the squabbling. You started being a loan shark at that point. Rather than giving that brother that same mercy that you was giving. You didn't want to take the beam out your own eye. You could have gave the brother forgiveness. This is how our people react. This is how our people act.
Right. And he laid hands on him.
No, go ahead.
He took him by the throat, saying, pay me that thou owest. Right. And that's just not talking about payment alone. It could be anything. Right. Or I'm not dealing with that brother because he did me like this, blah, 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 blah. Right. That's a payment within itself. That's an emotional payment, man. Right? Not forgiving your brother. That's an emotional payment. Like that person's going through it now because now when he's around you, it's awkward. Right. And now you're going through it now because you don't even want to be around him. Right. So you got to understand how to forgive your brothers emotionally too as well. Right. And your brothers and your sisters. Right. So let's go back to it. You had
it's a lot 1 second. And you can also see how there's a righteous way in dealing with judgment and there's a wicked way in dealing with judgment.
And check this out.
When dealing with somebody.
He owed his Lord 10,000 talents.
Right. That's a lot of money.
You only owed him 100 and he was laying hands on him.
Right. Chump change compared to what he owed. He didn't want to take the beam out of his own eye. Read on.
Right. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosened him and forgave him the debt. Verse 28. I'm gonna start it over. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants which owed him 100 pence, and he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, pay me that thou owest. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt.
See, look at that.
So look at this. Yahushua forgiven you of your sins, but you can't forgive your brother for what they do against you.
Right.
Look at that concept right there. Yahushua is forgiving you for all the things that you didn't know over the years and years and years. Right? But you can't forgive somebody for stealing your pencil.
Right.
Right. You got to understand these things. Yahushua has given us mercy for all these things that we're doing, but we can't give our brothers mercy. Right. Even when you fall short to this day or you mess up to this day, Yahushua Most High Willing is giving you mercy, but you can't give mercy to your fellow brother that you can see right now. Right. So you got to remember that. And you got to, as far as giving mercy to your brothers, it's in all aspects. Like if your brother do you wrong, you got to understand how to, that's a superpower. Forgiving is a superpower, right? Getting mad is easy, but forgiving is hard. Right? Getting mad is easy, but forgiving is hard. Right? It's easy to go throw hands. It's easy to beat them up. Right? It's easy to get in a fight. It's a lot harder to just say, I forgive you. Right? it's a lot harder to say I love you.
Right.
Right? Just remember that. Right? Remember that when you're in a problem. Can I forgive them? Right?
Right.
There's so many things that I've learned just through wisdom, man, and understanding that, like, I've gotten to the point where I could forgive somebody on the spot as they trespass. I may not deal with them a certain way based on what the trespass was, but I know in my spirit I forgive you, though. Right? For example, if I know somebody's a thief and he stole something from my house, or he stole my wallet, right? I'll forgive him. But just know when he comes to my house again, I ain't leaving my wallet around him.
Thanks.
Right?
Thanks.
So you could forgive the person, but just use wisdom. Don't tempt the brother now. Don't leave your wallet around now.
Right.
Because he may have the spirit that he's dealing with. Right? And that's what we got to realize. It's not so much that person you're dealing with. You may be dealing with that spirit that's on that person.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to forgive, because it may be that spirit that's doing these things. Right? I would say most likely it's that spirit that's doing these things. Right? You had something, officer?
Nah.
Okay, Con.
I just wanted to just get that point.
Con, it's not over either.
Oh, it's not over? Oh, Con.
Verse 29.
We're at 30.
But 28 or 29 or 30? Okay.
Yeah, we're at 30.
No. We're at 29. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a lot. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry and came and told their Lord all that was done. Then his Lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desiredst of me. Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee?
You can't get around that. That's like Yahweh Shai saying, you wicked brother, I forgave you for everything you did, and you turn around and your brother trespass against you this one time, and you couldn't forgive him. You wanted to judge him with the harshness of the rod. Like that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to just beat on this man, put him in the prison. You laid hands on the man. But when you called upon me, I gave you grace. I gave you mercy. My judgment was mercy on you. You couldn't do the same thing for your fellow brother. You wicked. Your judgment was wrong. And this is why I had to get this precept, because it shows you the difference between a righteous judgment and a wicked judgment. And it helps you, and it shows you that we have to continually to get the beam out of our eyes when we're judging a matter. If you struggling with that same sin that brother dealing with, you have no room to speak. Just sit in the background and let another brother handle that. Even if they come to you with the problem, just be like, hey brother, I ain't gonna lie, I may not be fit for this, for this this moment, but there's another brother that's better than that probably can handle this situation better than I can. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like that, man. We just can't. We got to be more forgiving and really move in a righteous mindset when it comes to judging one another or rebuking one another, if that's the case.
I want to get a few points out of that. Read verse 23 again one more time.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants.
Right. So this whole parable is likened onto the kingdom of heaven. Remember this now. Right. So we're going to finish this parable. Go back to verse 33 now.
Verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? And his Lord was wroth and delivered him to the tormentors till he should pay all that was due unto him.
Mm-hmm.
So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not every one his brother their trespasses.
So look at that. That's what the kingdom is going to be like. You finish if you don't forgive your brother, right? And even if that, let's say you have a real serious disagreement with somebody right now at this very moment, and you tell them that you forgive them and they say F you and hang up the phone.
Dang.
Your job is done though. At
Right.
the end of the day. You did what you had to do to make it to the kingdom, right? That's just another battle you fought, and that other brother lost, not you. You won that battle, right? So remember, understand what forgiveness is, man, and actually apply it, right? Because we read about it all the time. Even in Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. We kind of going off topic, but I don't know. This the spirit moving. Give me Matthew chapter 6, verse 9 real quick.
God. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Start at verse 12.
Verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 12. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Right? Look at debt. There go the debts again from that parable. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Right? He's forgiven us, and you should be forgiving as well. Right? That's what it means to walk like Yahushua. Right? That's what it truly means. You might, can you even imagine what it was like to be on that cross and looking at all the people that's supposed to be there for you, killing you and spitting on you and doing whatever and saying forgive them while they're doing that, but you can't forgive that brother for stealing your wallet.
Right.
Right? You can't forgive that brother because he made you mad. Oh, he was making fun of me too much. I don't like him being around. Right? So go to verse 14.
Come on. Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses.
Simple as that. A plus B equals C. Right? A is the problem. B is the forgiveness. And C is your heavenly Father forgiving you for forgiving that problem. Right? Simple as that. Right? That's why it's the scriptures paraphrase and says his ways are made plain unto the holy. Right? I'm gonna actually get there real quick. Right? On Proverbs 15 and 19. No, Sirach 39:24.
God.
Right? And brother NY, he just brought up a very good point. It's sad because a lot of our people hold grudges and refuse to forgive. Right? And that's not, you ain't gonna make it. Like most high willing, they get over that, but that's why 2/3 gotta go. Right? All because of not forgiving somebody. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And that's all that all stems from pride. Your pride won't let you do it. Your pride won't let you forgive.
You said Sirach 39
and 24.
24. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Look at that. It's plain to just say, I forgive you. Right? And even if you're still angry, you say, I forgive you. Take some time. Relax. Right? But that right there within itself is a stumbling block to somebody that's going to stumble them out of the path that they need to be to. Right? They're going to trip and fall to the right or to the left. All because they couldn't say those simple words. Right? But you're gonna go and go pray to Yahweh, pray to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai to forgive you for your sins and repent. But you ain't forgive that brother yesterday.
Right.
Right? Come on. So who are you to judge, right? We went into that forgiveness, man. Right? All that comes, right? Pride comes before that fall, right? Definitely right, man. Right? And that fall is a stumbling block. right? Pride is the beginning. Pride is the beginning of like just messing up, right? Let me get Hebrews 9:27. Right, let's go into the Most High judgment a little bit. Hebrews 9:27.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 9 and verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
And as it is appointed on men once to die, but after this the judgment.
Right. So after your spirit leaves your body and goes back to the Most High, right? Your judgment could come there, or will come there. It says, but after this, the judgment. Right. So when you leave this vehicle, which is your body, it's time for your judgment. What happens next? Right? Will the Most High regenerate you? Right? In some crazy type. That's why sometimes you see the people, the wicked, they be having fun. They be doing all these different things, but they ain't worried about what's going on when it's all said and done, and they got to go back to Yahweh. They ain't worried about none of that. They ain't worried about what's happening. That's why that what's that saying? YOLO, right? There's no such thing as YOLO in the scriptures. Because you're coming right back. And you could come back, the Most High can make you come back as a homeless man.
Oh, man.
Go ahead with your YOLO now. Right? The Most High can make you come back with no legs. Right?
Finish.
You ain't only living once. Right? Most High make you come back all jacked up, man. That's why I don't think people really understand the power of the Most High. Right? That's why the scriptures say we know what we worship. That's why we have that fear, man. Because the Most High's judgment is crazy. You don't want to fall into the hands of the Most High, man.
Right.
Right? Let me get Psalm 67:4. Psalm 67 and verse 4.
God, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 67 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Salah. Right?
The nations are going to be glad and they're going to be singing for joy once the judgment is over. Once we're judged in righteousness. Right? I want to be singing for joy, man. Once the wicked judgment, the wicked are done judging. Right? The wicked have a big beam in their eye right now. And they judging the world right now. You got to realize that.
That's crazy.
They can't see what's going on, but they judging the whole world right now. They don't know. They don't care about what's going on spiritually. They got that big beam in their eye, but they're still judging the whole entire earth. Right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 41.
What you want to say that again? Salah.
Deuteronomy 32 and 41. And verse 41, right? And the brother NY brought out a precept, Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? Fools despise giving that knowledge out or applying that knowledge, right? And they despise actually hearing that knowledge. We see it on the streets all the time, right? Because people will say, "Oh man, this is great," blah 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 blah, but they ain't gonna do it. You could tell them until you blue in the face, pork is gonna kill you, give you cancer, and you're gonna lose all your hair, right? Getting chemo, but they still gonna eat that pork, man. That's them despising that wisdom and instruction, right? So let me get that precept.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 41.
Mm-hmm.
If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment.
Look at that right there. If that's poetic. If I whet my glittering sword, what are you gonna wet it with? You. Right? Read it again.
If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Right?
I will make
that sound like Jake Father right there. Oh, I got something for you. Don't worry. That's what that
So
sounds like,
curious.
right? Give me Proverbs 8 and 17 and hold that precept real quick.
Mhm. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 7.
Mhm.
For my mouth shall speak truth,
8
and
17.
wickedness.
8 and 17.
Oh, Salah. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 17. I
Mhm.
love them that love me,
Mhm.
and those that seek me early shall find me.
Right? So you see how the Most High works. He says he loved them that love him. Right? And if you don't love the Most High, what is it next? What is the opposite of love? Hate. So go back to Deuteronomy 32 and 41.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 41.
Mhm.
If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Right? So
I
it's
will.
showing you right here. He will reward them that hate him. Right? And we see the world right now, they do not love the Most High. There's a lot of things out here that they love more than what the Most High has to say.
All right.
Right? You tell somebody to keep the commandments, they don't look at that as love of the Most High. Their love of the Most High is prayer. Right? Their love of the Most High is professing that they love the Most High. Just speaking to him. Because when we ask somebody, how do you love God? That's what they say. They say, I pray to him, I go to church. I mean, that's I don't think we've ever gotten somebody to say, I keep his commandments whenever we say, how do you love God? I mean,
That's true.
I think some people say I obey his word, which is pretty much close, but I don't even think they know what they're saying when they're saying that. I don't think
Yeah,
they're even saying they're keeping the commandments.
like,
They don't.
even if they do, it's very, very rare, or they somewhat know about being a Hebrew Israelite to an
Mhm.
extent.
Yeah, but when I'll say I've been going to camp 3-4 years. Well, I think say 3, yeah, and I have not heard somebody say, I keep the commandments. That's how I show God I love him.
Right.
Right? So a lot of our people don't even know how to love. What's that? There's a song that goes like that, how to love. Something like that. A lot of people don't know how to love the Most High. Wait, it says our money and materialistic things, Captain. Right? Yeah. They say they look at tithing as the way to show God they love him, right? They love their money and materialistic things. They love things that they can see. They don't love the things that they can't see. Right? They can't see the Most High, so there's no way to really show him that love. Because I bet if the Most High even showed you just a 10% of his power, you would hey, he's showing the power right now through these earthquakes and things going on in the world. Right? And people still don't understand that you got to understand how to, or people not even trying to understand how to show God love. Right? This thing is crazy, man. Let me get 1 Chronicles 16 and 14. But you got to remember too, this is the scriptures is the preview to the movie, right? So as you read the preview to the movie, it says 2/3 of our people ain't gonna get it. So what does that mean? That means there's some people out there, or there's 66% of people out there are not gonna get it, right? So that's why you stay as that advisor and not as that person that's trying to force people. You stay as that advisor and not as that person that's trying to force people to do things. Right? And Shalom, crucial psalms and poetry, man. Shalom, family. I gotta stop by and get some food. Most High will.
Facts.
Right? And y'all bringing out some beautiful precepts, man. Sirach 16 and 61 through 67 and John 14 and 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. As simple as that, man. Right? So let me get 1 Chronicles 16 and 14.
Okay. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 14.
Mm-hmm. 1 Chronicles.
Salah. This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth.
Right. So it says the Most High's judgment is in throughout the whole entire earth right now, as we speak. And this was written thousands of years ago, and it's still going on now. Right. So when little Ray gets shot up, he was only 12 years old. That's the Most High's judgment. You know, it's sad, you know, seeing our people getting jacked up like this. Very sad, man. But you got to realize that this is the Most High's judgment. And the Most High is not a respecter of persons when it comes to judgment. Right? So if we know that his judgments are in all the earth, we got to move accordingly. Right? And move with fear and trembling, as the scriptures say. Right? Because whenever I mess up or I do something that's not in line with the Most High's laws, I may have messed up or whatever. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm in fear, man. So, hey, y'all gotta remember, man. I'm not saying I'm doing things intentionally, right? That I'm messing up intentionally, but I'm saying if it does happen, I'm definitely thinking about it. I'm definitely counseling with my brothers about it, all right? So just remember, family, the Most High's judgment is in throughout the whole entire earth. And we are the ones who are supposed to judge, right? The title of the class is Who Are You to Judge? Right? And that's a question. And my answer to that is, so like that was my phone. And my answer to that is, dang, that made me lose my train of thought. Look and say, who are you to judge? That's the question. And my answer to that is, oh my gosh. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Satan is weird. Satan is really trying to mess around, man. So as we know that Israel that the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the real Jews, we're actually supposed to be judging this earth. What judging really is like having an authoritative right. You know what I'm saying? That we're supposed to be rightly judging this earth in a righteous manner, not in a wicked manner, like how you know America and all these other nations move, where you know they got us hemmed up all the time. They dealing deceitfully. They got the beam in their eye and they don't want to take it out. But we have to be able to take out the beam and really judge in a righteous manner, because we are the righteous people. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. So, who are you to judge? Let me get this out. The question: who are you to judge? When you're asked that, man, me personally, what I would say, of course, I have all the precepts, right? Judging righteously, right? The saints shall judge the world, right? For me, I tell them all the time, I can only advise you, but the Most High is going to bring that judgment, because judging is advising, right? When you're judging a matter, you're advising to the matter, right? But judgment is a whole different thing, right? And that comes from the Most High. We ain't stoning people no more, but the Most High will make your car flip over 18 times and have you fly out the car into the lake, right? And that's the judgment, right? But now we're just telling people, we're letting them know, right? We're crying aloud, right? But we ain't doing the killing, right? That the Most High prescribes for the sin. Because if that was the case, I don't think Israel have mercy on their brothers and sisters when it came to
right.
It would be really bad, right? Because we've seen it before, right? We're gonna bring this one out, and that'll be the end. The woman caught in adultery, right? They was ready to kill that girl. But what Yahushua said to her, sin no more.
No more.
Right? So let's get that. Matthew John 8 and 3. So like I said, Matthew.
Say that again.
John chapter 8, verse 3.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 3.
Mhm.
And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst,
Right. So this
They-
woman was committing the act of adultery and got caught in the middle of the act. So she was taken in adultery. I mean, she was doing it right there. And the Pharisees snatched her up. Right. Let's go to verse 10.
verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And when Yahushua lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Have no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Adawan. And Yahushua said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
Right. So Yahushua said, go and sin no more. And that's what we're telling our people today. Right. That's the judging that we're giving to our people today. We're telling them to sin no more. That's the whole
Right.
point of going out there and telling our people who they are and telling them to sin no more. Right. Stop all that spiritual fornication. Stop all that physical fornication. Right. Sin no more. That's the whole point. It's getting our people not to sin anymore and to wake up, man. Right? So, Khan, let me get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. We went a little bit off topic, but all praises, man. That was a beautiful parable the officer brought out so we could go dive deep into it. Right? I hope our people learned something today, man. Right? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
God. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Mhm.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Mhm.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Keep reading.
For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
So look at that. It says, for God shall bring every work into judgment. Not Officer Asher, not Captain
Right.
Nathaniel,
All
right? We are the judges, but we are not giving the judgment,
Right.
right? Because the Most High is going to give that judgment. Khan and Brother Don Israel definitely brought it a great precept. And the times of this ignorance, the Most High winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent. Right? And with that, that's the end of our Wednesday wisdom, man. Who are you to judge? Question mark, right? And if y'all ever have any class ideas y'all want to go into, man, let us know in the chat and we'll get it together for you. And I still want to go into the industry, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in the industry. Got our young children painting their nails and thinking it's cool and wearing purses and stuff. Right? We're gonna go into that Most High willing and bring it out, man, because I have some deep, dark, crazy stuff. Right? It might be too real for TV. You might have to tell your children to go play in the playroom or something.
Facts.
Because I showed Officer Asher a little snippet of all this stuff going on. And
I'm still blown away by that information that you gave me, Hawk. My mind has lit. I'm not joking, Hawk. My mind has been meditating on that information for the past since last Shabbat, Hawk.
It's
After
like you can't listen to music the same anymore.
No, I can't. I just
see
can't.
why I be listening to instrumentals all day.
Facts. Same. That's crazy, man.
Right? So, Con, we definitely going to dive deep into that, man. That might be a 3-hour class. I'm not going to lie, family. But
Right.
We're going to dive deep into that class and bring it out, man. We're going to go into the industry. Or we probably break it up into parts. It might be 6 parts, man. Don't forget the rainbow hair, man. The rainbow hair, right? Got the man. This agenda is crazy, man. And remember,
man.
This This is coming to the next generation, right? I don't know if y'all watched that episode on the Boondocks when it was like gangster love or whatever, and it showed Riley. He came out with a dress and said that's gangster. I don't know.
Okay, Felicious.
You remember that, right?
Yeah.
He had the little purse and the
Yeah,
dress.
what you
I was watching that that came out like probably 8-10 years ago. I was watching it at that point. I was like, there's no way this stuff is going on, and I'm like seeing it into fruition right now.
Yeah,
right?
man.
That what's that guy who does the African music? He like Lost.
Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. That man, it was wearing a. Let me bring that out real quick for you. Let me show y'all something.
Y'all look. Y'all done got the thing. Y'all started.
Give me 1 second. All right.
Y'all done got the thing. Y'all started. Look at what y'all did. Look. This is all y'all fault.
Hey, I still feel some type of way about people giving good games in the sports.
No, that's real.
That stuff is crazy. Fire
for that.
Right? I don't think people realize like the gayness that's be going on, man, because Esau has made it so like normal that it's like whatever. But I ain't see nobody game anybody in the scriptures. This stuff is crazy.
Cause it's wild, man. Like, bro, we have to do a class on it.
We're definitely gonna do a class.
We got to, man. We got to, especially with that XXXTentacion situation.
Yeah, that
insane.
That might be too real for TV, man.
Bruh, I can't even look at them the same no more. Man, some of these people, man, that really, some of these people that I would say thrown themselves, or I wouldn't say hoard themselves to this world to be successful, is insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane, man.
Look at that. They got him next to a woman too. It's kind of blurry. Hope you can see that, Usher.
Nothing's burning. Say that again.
Can you see it? Him in the dress, right here to the right.
Hold on,
let me click on it. Maybe it'll show it better. There you go. That's better. Oh wait, is it? It's not showing.
No, it's not on the screen.
All right, one second. All right. Okay. Is it good now?
Yeah. It's popping up now.
Look at that.
It's loading for me right now. That's insane.
See, man, this stuff is bad, man. But it's like slowly but surely creeping its way in, right? And it's all over. It's all over. It's bad. And you got to think about it, man. Let me show one more.
Crazy, man.
Let me show one more.
That's just insane, bro.
Because you got to think, man, the kids are listening to this. Your children, the next generation is listening to this. Their spirit is inclined to this music. And the spirit of the person that's making that music is doing things like this.
Oh my gosh, bro. I will never forget that, bro.
This is crazy, man.
Fire for that. Judgment.
So we gotta do a class on this is just the surface level, right?
Yes.
This is just surface
yes.
level. I'm not even showing you everything that I know and have the proof. Man, it's bad. It's real bad, fam.
Hey, I think I got the name for that class, man. It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap.
And you got to think, man, the spirit of these people is actually, they're putting that in the song, and that same vibration is going into your kid's ear. Because remember, your words have power, right? The Most High created the whole entire earth with his word alone. right? So you got to remember that, right? So the vibration of the vibrations of this music and the words that they're saying in this thing, that spirit can hop on your children, man. Right? Why do you think they promote it so much? Right? We going a little bit off topic, right? But I get excited to show these things just to show and wake up our people and show our people, man, what's really going on. Right. So most high willing, I have this class for you. We can start with part 1. Maybe we could just go into the fashion of the industry as part 1. Right? Right? The fish fashion. That might be the title. Fishy fashion, right? Right? Right. We gonna do it, man. Like we're gonna go into the fashion. We're gonna have a whole class on P. Diddy. Right? It's gonna be crazy, man.
Oh man,
remember, man, there's so many words, man. So many words. But all right, family. Well, that's the end of our class, family. Make sure y'all check out the Officer Mazamar. He in the chat right now. He had a beautiful song out right now. And of course, make sure you're checking out Shofar Loud, right? Let me bring out a Shofar Loud right now. And then Officer Mazamar, right? And if you find in your spirit, man, donate to the school, so we can be able to beautify the school more. That's the mission right now, beautify the online presence for the school, right? So if y'all find in y'all spirit, send what you want, right? So let me bring up the Shofar Loud right now. And shalom to the mighty captain, right? My brother from another mother, right? What the hell? This thing is, I'm not gonna lie, this thing pissing me off right now. This the phone keep ringing.
You might got to put it on silent mode, brother.
It's because I have my iPad connected to my phone, and it doesn't have a silent mode on it. Right?
Oh, okay. Dang.
Well, yeah, check out the Shofar Loud family, right? LOZ Music Group, right? Make sure y'all check this out, man. We got some beautiful music and more music coming soon, right? And we bring up the powerful officer. His music as well. Officer Mazamar has his own channel as well. Make sure y'all check him out, right? We got a new song called Move in the Spirit. That's what we're going to play for you at the end of this class, right? Make sure y'all check it out, all right? So fine. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I want to say shalom, family. If y'all have any questions, man, the email's there, the number's there. Make sure y'all call in. If y'all have any class ideas that y'all want us to go into, let us know. We're prepared for you next Wednesday. We'll curate it just for you, right? Because we are here for you. And we love our family, man, right? We all in this together, right? Whether y'all online or y'all here in person, right? We all one family together out here, all right? Khan. And with that, I want to say shalom, family. Hallelujah.
Yeah. All praise to the Most High. All the vibes. Yeah. Gotta move in the spirit. 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 Yeah. The devil want all of me. Yes, I know that them demons be calling me, but I'm keeping my faith in the Most High God. I gotta stick to his policies, laws and commandments rehearsing, cause I cannot stand to be hurting. Yeah, how was they teaching us all of these lessons? Yeah, that was his plan with the curses. That's facts. Now it's time to stay bold in the truth. He gave me the vision, I go to the booth. I move for precision, I stick to the mission. My people don't see it, we show them the proof. Written in Deuteronomy. Look at the way that we live and fulfilling the prophecy. We just been down bad, there's a lot to see. Pray that I'm saving souls when he talk to me, yeah. I can't let this flesh get control of me. It's gonna block the blessings he's been showing me. I stay in the scriptures and move in the spirit. And I pray that you feel it. Yeah,
Gotta move in the spirit. Gotta move in the spirit.
I pray that you feel it.
Gotta move in the spirit. 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 Gotta move in the spirit.
Okay. Whole world going crazy. Can't be caught slipping, I be getting these scripts for safety. I'm protected from evil, as long as I'm keeping commandments, I know he looks out for me. Gotta wake up the people, show them the signs in the scriptures, cause that's what they about to see. Last days, put my faith in the Most High, read the Bible from the front to the back page, I cannot backtrace. It's a marathon, gotta keep my feet on the move, making sure I ain't coming in last place. Gotta move with a purpose, bringing Jacob to the truth, cause it's urgent. We don't got long, so it's time to get it right now. Demons want smoke, better know what's on sight now. I can't let this flesh get control of me. It's gonna block the blessings he's been showing me. I stay in the scriptures and move in the spirit. And I pray that you feel it.
Gotta move in the spirit. 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 Gotta move in the spirit.
I was lost, but these laws helped me find my people. And now we meet up every year for Feast of Tales. All praise to the Most High.
I found a way to dwell with my brothers and my sisters. Glory to y'all. I found what was missing, all of the scriptures.
Used to be MIA. I followed the wind and linked up with my brethren. Forget about the past, follow the cloud that's in front of me and read the blessings. I found a way. 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 I found a way.
I gotta keep his commandments. Daughter of Yah, I won't stop. This is how he planned it. Worldly friends had to chop him off. Abba, keep me from the simple. Your words preserving my mental. This was never coincidental. This was never coincidental.
Had to link up on my soldiers, is working in coda. Got scripts in my holster. That means I got 80. If you playing crazy, the rain gon' come like times of Noah. Our people search the ends of the earth of his wisdom, but you gon' find Yah in the works. My niggas stay patient, you gon' find what you looking for if you put in the first.
Brother, sister, polishing our image, gotta keep it kosher. Early morning buzz of the scriptures, like we brunching, sipping on mimosa. Can't forsake my king, prophecy, gotta be fulfilled. Book is up for now. Tryna dodge the sin, gotta kneel the iniquity, escape all the fire.
I found a way. 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 I found a way.
I found a way to dwell with my brothers and my sisters. Glory to y'all. I found what was missing, all of the scriptures.
Used to be MIA. I followed the wind and linked up with my brethren. Forget about the past, follow the cloud that's in front of me and read the blessings.